My beloved child, there is a reason you were guided to this message today. This is not a coincidence. Out of countless voices, countless distractions, and countless moments that could have taken your attention elsewhere, you are here. And there is something important about that. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There are seasons in life when everything feels ordinary. The days move forward, the hours pass, and nothing seems different on the surface. Yet beneath what your eyes can see, something remarkable is being prepared. A door that once appeared closed is quietly unlocking. A path that seemed empty is beginning to fill with purpose. And a connection that may change the direction of your journey is drawing closer with every passing day. You may not see the signs yet. You may not recognize the movement happening behind the scenes. But that does not mean it is not happening. In fact, some of the greatest moments in life arrive long before we are aware of them. They begin as whispers before they become realities. They begin as small shifts before they become life-changing experiences. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The title of this message carries a deeper meaning than many people realize. Chosen one, a meaningful connection may be entering your life. Notice the words carefully. Not just any connection. Not a random encounter. Not a passing moment. A meaningful connection. The kind that leaves a mark on your heart. The kind that teaches you something important. The kind that arrives at exactly the right moment. For a long time, you may have wondered why certain things happened the way they did. Why some people left. Why some plans fell apart. Why some opportunities disappeared before they had the chance to grow. At times, it may have felt frustrating. At times, it may have felt confusing. Yet what if those moments were not setbacks? What if they were preparation? Think about that for a moment. What if every closed door was making space for the right door? What if every delay was creating room for the right timing? What if every lesson was preparing you for someone or something that would enter your life when you were truly ready? Stay till the end because something huge is waiting for you. There are people who walk into our lives and leave without changing much. Then there are people whose presence shifts everything. One conversation changes your perspective. One meeting changes your confidence. One connection changes your direction. Sometimes the greatest gift is not money. Sometimes it is not fame. Sometimes it is not success. Sometimes the greatest gift is a meaningful connection that arrives at the perfect moment. And right now, there are signs that such a connection may be closer than you think. You have been growing in ways that others cannot fully see. You have been learning lessons that only experience can teach. You have been becoming stronger, wiser, and more aware. Every challenge has added something valuable to your character. Every obstacle has revealed a strength you did not know you possessed. The remarkable thing is that meaningful connections often appear when growth reaches a certain point. Not before. Not too early. Not too late. Right on time. That is why this message matters. Because the connection entering your life may not simply be arriving to bring excitement. It may be arriving to bring purpose. It may be arriving to remind you of your value. It may be arriving to help you see possibilities you have overlooked. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine waking up one day and realizing that a conversation you almost ignored became one of the most important moments of your life. Imagine discovering that a simple introduction became the beginning of something meaningful. Imagine looking back months from now and seeing that what seemed ordinary was actually extraordinary. These things happen more often than people realize. Many life-changing moments do not announce themselves with flashing lights. They arrive quietly. They appear unexpectedly. They begin as simple encounters. Yet their impact becomes impossible to ignore. That is why awareness matters. Pay attention to the people crossing your path. Pay attention to unexpected opportunities to connect. Pay attention to moments that seem small. Because sometimes the smallest moments carry the greatest significance. Something is shifting. You can feel it. Maybe you cannot explain it. Maybe you cannot describe it. But deep inside, there is a sense that something is changing. That feeling is not there by accident. The future often sends signals before it arrives. And today, this message may be one of those signals. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter of your life does not need to look like the previous chapter. The disappointments of yesterday do not have to define tomorrow. The limitations of the past do not have to determine your future. New connections bring new possibilities. New possibilities create new outcomes. And new outcomes can transform everything. What makes this even more powerful is that meaningful connections rarely impact only one area of life. They influence many areas at once. They inspire growth. They encourage confidence. They create opportunities. They reveal strengths. They help us see ourselves more clearly. That is why the arrival of the right connection can feel like the beginning of an entirely new season. And perhaps that season is closer than you think. As you listen to these words, remember this. You do not need to force anything. You do not need to chase every possibility. You do not need to fear missing out. The right connection has a way of finding its moment. What matters most is staying open, staying aware, and staying ready. Because readiness changes everything. When opportunity arrives, readiness turns possibility into reality. When connection arrives, readiness turns introduction into impact. When the right moment arrives, readiness turns potential into transformation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason your journey has unfolded the way it has. There is a reason you learned what you learned. There is a reason you became who you are becoming. Every experience has been adding pieces to a larger picture. Every lesson has been preparing you for something greater. And perhaps one of the next pieces of that picture is a meaningful connection entering your life. A connection that teaches. A connection that inspires. A connection that encourages. A connection that reminds you that extraordinary things can begin in ordinary moments. So keep your eyes open. Keep your heart open. Keep your expectations high. Because what is approaching may be far greater than you currently imagine. And this is only the beginning. Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear may explain feelings you have been unable to put into words. There are moments in life when everything appears normal on the outside, yet beneath the surface, an extraordinary story is already unfolding. This may be one of those moments. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, somewhere beyond your awareness, pieces are moving into place. The interesting thing is that meaningful connections rarely announce their arrival. They do not send invitations. They do not reveal themselves ahead of time. Instead, they begin quietly. They begin naturally. They begin when you least expect them. And that is why this message matters. Because the connection approaching your life may already be closer than you realize. You may have noticed unusual thoughts lately. Moments of reflection. A sense that something different is coming. A feeling that the next chapter will not look like the last one. Many people ignore those feelings. Yet some of the most important changes begin with a simple feeling that cannot be explained. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is something fascinating about timing. Have you ever looked back at your life and realized that a single conversation changed everything? At the time, it seemed ordinary. At the time, it felt small. Yet later, you recognized it as the beginning of something significant. That is often how meaningful connections work. They enter quietly. They grow naturally. And then one day, you realize they have become part of a much bigger story. The reason this message is so important is because you have spent a long time preparing for what is coming. Even when you did not realize it, every experience was shaping you. Every lesson was strengthening you. Every challenge was teaching you something valuable. Nothing was wasted. Every step had a purpose. Every delay had a reason. Every season carried a lesson. And now, all of that preparation may be leading toward a connection that will help reveal why the journey happened the way it did. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine discovering that someone entering your life understands things about your journey without needing long explanations. Imagine meeting someone whose presence encourages growth instead of doubt. Imagine experiencing a connection that inspires you to see opportunities where you once saw limitations. Those are the kinds of connections that leave lasting impact. They remind you who you are. They remind you what is possible. They remind you that your story is still unfolding. And perhaps the most surprising part is this. The connection entering your life may not arrive in the form you expect. Many people spend years imagining exactly how an important connection should appear. Yet reality often chooses a different path. Sometimes the greatest opportunities arrive through unexpected people. Sometimes the most meaningful conversations happen when we least anticipate them. That is why staying open matters. That is why paying attention matters. Because what appears ordinary today may become extraordinary tomorrow. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another reason you were guided to this message. You have been growing. Not everyone can see it. Not everyone understands it. But you have changed. You think differently. You see things differently. You value different things now than you once did. Growth creates readiness. And readiness attracts opportunities that were not available before. That is why the next chapter may feel completely different from previous chapters. You are not the same person you were months ago. You have learned. You have matured. You have gained perspective. And because of that, you are capable of recognizing the value of a meaningful connection when it arrives. Think about how powerful that is. The right connection at the wrong time can be overlooked. The right opportunity at the wrong time can be missed. But when readiness and timing meet, incredible things become possible. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are people watching this right now who have almost given up expecting anything surprising from life. They have become comfortable with routine. They have stopped looking for possibilities. They have convinced themselves that tomorrow will simply be another version of today. But what if that assumption is wrong? What if tomorrow introduces something new? What if next week contains an unexpected opportunity? What if the next conversation you have becomes the beginning of something unforgettable? The future has a remarkable way of surprising people who remain open to possibility. And today, possibility is calling your attention. You are not listening to this message by accident. You are here because something inside you recognizes that change is possible. You are here because something inside you believes there is more ahead. You are here because your story is not finished. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The most powerful part of this message is not about who may enter your life. It is about who you are becoming. Meaningful connections are important. But they often arrive as reflections of growth. They appear when we have learned lessons. They appear when we have gained wisdom. They appear when we have become ready for something greater. That means the approaching connection is not just about another person. It is also about your evolution. It is evidence of progress. It is evidence of preparation. It is evidence that your journey is moving forward. Take a moment and think about how far you have come. Think about challenges you once believed you could never overcome. Think about moments that tested your patience. Think about situations that forced you to grow stronger. You survived those moments. You learned from those moments. You became wiser because of those moments. And now, you stand at the edge of a new chapter. A chapter filled with possibility. A chapter filled with opportunity. A chapter filled with meaningful connections. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part of this story becomes even more surprising. Because the signs surrounding this connection are becoming stronger. The clues are becoming clearer. And what happens next may reveal why this message found you at exactly the right moment. Remember this as you move forward. Stay aware. Stay hopeful. Stay open. Because the connection entering your life may become one of the most meaningful chapters you have ever experienced. And what comes next is even more remarkable. There is a question that many people never stop to ask themselves: and yet the answer can change everything. What if the most important connection of your next chapter is already moving toward you while you are focused on completely different things? Think about that carefully. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The reason this question matters is because life often works behind the scenes long before results become visible. A seed grows beneath the soil before anyone sees the first sign of life. A sunrise begins before the first ray reaches the horizon. In the same way, meaningful connections often begin forming before you recognize their presence. That means something extraordinary may already be in motion. While you are building your future. While you are focusing on your goals. While you are handling daily responsibilities. The story is continuing to unfold. And may contain a connection that changes more than you expect. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people spend years searching for signs while ignoring the most important one. The most important sign is growth. Growth is evidence that life is preparing you for something greater. Growth means you are not standing still. Growth means you are becoming ready for opportunities that once seemed out of reach. Look at your own journey. There were times when you felt uncertain. There were times when you felt challenged. There were times when you wondered whether your efforts mattered. Yet here you are. Still moving forward. Still learning. Still becoming stronger. That matters more than you realize. Because meaningful connections are often attracted to people who continue growing despite obstacles. And that describes you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine something for a moment. Imagine that months from now, you are looking back on this exact day. Imagine realizing that this was one of the moments when everything started shifting. Imagine recognizing that what felt like an ordinary day was actually the beginning of a remarkable new season. Would you believe it? Would you recognize it? Would you understand how powerful this moment truly was? Many people only understand the significance of a moment after it has passed. But today, you have an opportunity to recognize possibility before it fully arrives. That is rare. That is valuable. That is powerful. The title of this message is not just a collection of words. Chosen one, a meaningful connection may be entering your life. The deeper message is this. You are not being asked to chase something. You are being encouraged to prepare for something. There is a difference. Chasing creates pressure. Preparation creates readiness. And readiness attracts opportunity. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another surprising truth. The most meaningful connections are not always the loudest ones. Sometimes they arrive quietly. Sometimes they begin with a simple conversation. Sometimes they begin with a shared idea. Sometimes they begin with a moment that feels completely ordinary. Then, little by little, they reveal their significance. That is why awareness matters. Every day contains opportunities that many people overlook. Every conversation contains possibilities. Every encounter contains potential. The future often hides extraordinary moments inside ordinary experiences. And perhaps one of those experiences is approaching now. You may not know the details yet. You may not know the timing yet. But you do not need all the answers to recognize the signs. The sign is movement. The sign is growth. The sign is possibility. And all three are present in your life right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Think about how many events had to happen for you to become the person you are today. Every lesson. Every challenge. Every success. Every disappointment. Every unexpected turn. Together, they shaped your perspective. Together, they built your character. Together, they prepared you for the next stage of your journey. Nothing happened without purpose. Nothing was wasted. Even the moments that felt confusing carried hidden value. And now, those experiences may be helping position you for a meaningful connection unlike anything you expected. This is why patience is so powerful. Patience allows preparation to finish its work. Patience allows opportunities to develop. Patience allows timing to align. Many people quit too soon. Many people stop believing too early. Many people walk away just before a breakthrough arrives. Do not make that mistake. Stay hopeful. Stay aware. Stay ready. Because something remarkable may be much closer than it appears. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Have you ever noticed how quickly life can change? One day looks ordinary. The next day brings unexpected news. One conversation creates a new opportunity. One introduction opens a new door. One connection reveals a new direction. Life can change faster than people imagine. That is why every season deserves attention. You never know which moment will become a turning point. You never know which day will become unforgettable. You never know which connection will become meaningful beyond anything you imagined. The future is full of possibilities that have not yet revealed themselves. And one of those possibilities may already be approaching. This is not about predicting the future. This is about recognizing potential. Potential is powerful. Potential creates excitement. Potential creates momentum. Potential reminds us that the best chapters may still be ahead. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, somewhere in the distance of tomorrow, there is a version of you looking back with gratitude. That future version of you understands things that you cannot yet see. That future version of you knows how certain pieces fit together. That future version of you understands why certain delays happened. That future version of you understands why certain lessons were necessary. And perhaps most importantly, that future version of you understands the importance of the meaningful connection that entered your life at exactly the right time. Imagine how incredible that realization will feel. Imagine looking back and seeing the entire picture. Imagine understanding that every step was leading somewhere valuable. That possibility is what makes this moment so important. You are not at the end of the story. You are standing near the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter filled with possibility. A chapter filled with growth. A chapter filled with opportunity. And a chapter that may introduce one of the most meaningful connections of your journey. So keep moving forward. Keep believing. Keep paying attention. Because the story is not slowing down. In fact, it feels as though it is just beginning to accelerate. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part reveals an even deeper layer of this message. It reveals why certain signs are becoming stronger, why your awareness matters more than ever, and why the connection approaching your life may be more significant than you currently realize. And what comes next may be the most surprising. A remarkable truth is beginning to reveal itself, and if you truly understand what this means, you will never look at this season of your life the same way again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments when life seems quiet, but those moments are often the most important. Why? Because transformation rarely announces itself with noise. It develops silently. It grows steadily. It prepares itself long before anyone notices the results. That is exactly why this message is so powerful. While many people are waiting for obvious signs, you are being reminded to pay attention to the subtle ones. The unexpected conversation. The unusual opportunity. The feeling that something is changing. The sense that a new chapter is approaching. These are not details to ignore. These are clues. And the clues are becoming stronger. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Think about the title once more. Chosen One, a meaningful connection may be entering your life. The word meaningful changes everything. A meaningful connection is not just someone who appears and disappears. A meaningful connection leaves an impact. A meaningful connection encourages growth. A meaningful connection expands possibilities. A meaningful connection helps reveal strengths that may have remained hidden. That is why these moments matter so much. The right connection can change how you think. The right connection can change how you see yourself. The right connection can change what you believe is possible. And when those changes happen, entire futures can shift. That is not an exaggeration. It happens every day. History is filled with stories of people whose lives changed because of one connection. One introduction. One conversation. One relationship. One opportunity. Everything shifted because of a single moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now here is the surprising part. Many people believe that important moments always feel dramatic. But often they do not. Often they feel ordinary at first. That is why awareness is so valuable. The future sometimes arrives wearing the disguise of an ordinary day. A normal conversation becomes unforgettable. A simple encounter becomes significant. A routine moment becomes life-changing. And later, people look back and realize they were standing at the beginning of something extraordinary without knowing it. Could that be happening now? Could this season be more important than it appears? Could this chapter contain opportunities that have not yet revealed their full significance? Those are powerful questions. And the answers may be closer than you think. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another reason this message matters. You have spent time becoming the person you are today. Every challenge added strength. Every lesson added wisdom. Every experience added perspective. The person listening to this message now is not the same person who existed a year ago. You have grown. You have learned. You have evolved. And because of that growth, you are standing in a different position than before. New opportunities become available when people grow. New possibilities appear when people mature. New connections arrive when people become ready to appreciate their value. That readiness is important. Because readiness changes everything. Without readiness, opportunities are overlooked. Without readiness, possibilities are ignored. Without readiness, meaningful connections can pass by unnoticed. But when readiness and timing come together, incredible things become possible. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine a future moment. A future version of yourself is looking back on this chapter. That future version understands things that remain hidden right now. That future version sees how different events connected together. That future version recognizes how certain opportunities appeared exactly when they were needed. Most importantly, that future version understands the role of a meaningful connection that entered at the perfect time. Imagine that realization. Imagine understanding that every lesson had value. Imagine understanding that every challenge contributed to growth. Imagine understanding that every delay carried purpose. That perspective changes everything. Because it transforms confusion into understanding. It transforms uncertainty into confidence. It transforms questions into clarity. And perhaps that clarity is getting closer with every passing day. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason some people stop watching messages like this halfway through. They become distracted. They assume they already know what comes next. But those who stay often discover something important. The most valuable insights are often found near the end of the journey. The same principle applies to life. Many people stop too soon. Many people quit too early. Many people lose hope right before a breakthrough. Do not become one of those people. Keep believing. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. Because the story is still unfolding. And the next chapter may be more powerful than you imagine. The signs suggest movement. The signs suggest possibility. The signs suggest change. And change creates opportunities for meaningful connections to appear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What makes this even more exciting is that meaningful connections rarely impact only one area of life. They often influence many areas at once. They inspire confidence. They create opportunities. They encourage growth. They expand perspective. They help reveal new directions. That is why their arrival can feel so significant. It is not only about meeting someone. It is about discovering new possibilities. It is about unlocking potential. It is about stepping into a larger version of your future. And right now, the possibility of that future feels closer than ever. Pause for a moment and think about this. What if the next meaningful connection is not arriving to take something from your life? What if it is arriving to add something valuable? What if it is arriving to remind you of strengths you forgot you possessed? What if it is arriving to help you recognize opportunities you could not previously see? Those possibilities are worth considering. Because meaningful connections often reveal things we could never discover alone. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The most exciting chapters usually begin before people realize they have started. That is why awareness matters. That is why preparation matters. That is why hope matters. The future is not asking you to have every answer today. The future is asking you to remain open. Remain aware. Remain ready. Because something remarkable may already be approaching. A conversation. An opportunity. A connection. A moment. Something that appears simple at first but reveals extraordinary significance over time. That is how powerful stories begin. And perhaps your next powerful story is already beginning. As this part comes to a close, remember one thing above all else. You are not standing at the end of possibility. You are standing at the edge of it. The door is not closing. The door is opening. The chapter is not ending. The chapter is beginning. And the meaningful connection hinted at throughout this message may soon reveal why this season feels different from every season before it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the uncovers an even deeper revelation about timing, purpose, and why this connection may arrive when you least expect it, but exactly when you need it.